Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Horde. I am Misal Dragon, and as usual, this video is not scripted. I don't plan on scripting any of the art videos, so if you want an art video that's scripted, you're gonna have to ask for that specifically. Now, about this artwork. It is a fusion between Charizard and Garidos. It's going to be an adopt up for sale after this video goes live, or out, or whatever. And sorry about the skipping and whatever, the art program didn't like to work with me and kept jutting around and stuff, so I was having problems with that, as well as the recording software not wanting to work for me. So it was difficult to get this one done, but I am happy with the results, all things considered. For this, I wanted to do a sort of like sea dragon feel, and I don't know if I got that, but I tried, and I'm again happy with the results, all things considered. I really like how those two curved teeth came out. And as usual, I did traditional art first and then digital art because I don't have a drawing tablet. I hope that y'all don't mind. I did have some issues with getting everything to be the right shape, but I think it turned out fine, all things considered, you know? And, I think that I could do better in the future though, because, well, there are some things that look a bit wonky, and I could have done the lines better since they are a bit eh. This belly plating gave me problems, but it stopped after I got to the tail, which gave me different problems. The wings also gave me problems, but you know, you're gonna have problems when you are doing art. No art piece is going to come out perfect, and you're gonna have problems with each one while doing them. I wanted to give it arms and legs like Charizard has, but Charados doesn't, so I tried to make him look more aquatic to fit in with the dragon or sea serpent or water dragon or whatever theme. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet, I was thinking. So it has claws and like webbing to make it look more aquatic, but also have some Charizard stuff in there. Those spines on the back, I think, are from like Magikarp and then Gyarados. So I thought that they would look nice in a different color than usual. And you'll see that when I get to coloring. And like usual, I'm going to mention this like last time, colorblind, so colors might be off. Now here we get to the wings. I had a hard time designing them in the traditional one, but when I got down to it, I liked these because they look more aquatic wings than land wings, and they look a bit frilly as well, while still looking like something a Gyarados might have if it had wings, in my opinion anyway. Of course, you might differ and say that it looks too much like an actual wing and not enough like a fin, which is fair. Personally, I like the wavy look it has. I think I've already said that. And I think it looks more like a wing than a fin, because it was coming from Charizard, who has wings. So it needed to look like a wing rather than a fin to me. So it would represent the part of Charizard that came from. You can also probably tell that the art program was giving me a hard time here. So the wings were a bit stubborn and hard to do because of the art program not working right. But in the end, it all turned out fine again. The wings were difficult to figure out sometimes. You can see it doing the wrong thing again. The wrong thing? Whatever, I'm not going back and recording it. These aren't scripted. These are just whatever videos because I feel like doing art and wanted to give you a speed paint. And you don't have to listen to me talk, you can turn off the sound and just watch the speed paint, that's fine, I don't care. I think the line art usually takes me the longest, but it's not the hardest process of it all. I think deciding colors is the hardest, other than like designing it in the sketch. Because in the sketch, it's really difficult to figure out what works and what doesn't. And then there's the coloring, and being colorblind is hard for choosing proper colors. Thankfully, color wheels help. And I try and listen to people with color theory and all that, so I hope to pick out colors that would work for this design as well. I mostly went with Charizard's kind of color scheme of orange and blue, since they both had blue in their design and Charizard had more orange. Plus, I took the body type of Gyarados, so I got to do something to give it back to Charizard. So this fusion got the face of Charizard, the limbs, and the wings with some more frilly-like bits from Charizard, and the colors as well. But it mostly got its body and its shape from Gyarados with some color choices from, well, not choices, color, where the colors go from Gyarados. So the blue will still be in the blue spot and the orange will be in the white-ish spots, or where's the cream. You could also tell right here I was having trouble with the program and was getting annoyed with it. If that wasn't obvious from that I had to undo. I had to then go around and finish that belly plating to go down to where the legs were. These legs were honestly one of the funnest parts I had with this design. Making up where they'd look like was like really fun. I think they kind of turned out a little like frog legs, but I'm not quite sure. Well, not frog legs for certain. Like a shortened version, a stubby frog's legs. Does that sound bad? I hope not. Maybe they look more like duck's feet. I don't know, I just know I like how they turned out. You can see me jumping back and forth from doing certain things, and I don't know why I do that. I feel like I have to have a line before I can go out into another line so that I don't end up overshooting it or something. Yeah, they kind of look a little like duck's feet. Oh well. I hope that they look good still. I don't know if people will like this design, but I think it turned out fine. I didn't particularly want the design, but that's just because I didn't like how some things turned out on it, mostly the coloring. However, someone might really like the coloring. I liked the line art and I liked the sketch I did. I don't know. Sometimes I make designs I like, sometimes I don't. It happens. And when it happens, they become adopts. Like this one is going to be. If you're wondering how I'm coming up with these fusions, I made a breeding chart, and I'm basically filling out the breeding chart with the, results, I guess. So, one of the lines is Charizard, and I'm working on the Charizard line right now. Anyway, as I'm filling out the chart, if I find I make any designs that I happen to like, I will keep those designs. Otherwise, they'll basically be adopts. And the adopts will be put on a Pokemon Amino, a Adopt Amino, and DeviantArt. Maybe a couple of other places, depending on where else I find, but for the most part, that's where the adopt will be posted. And that's where you'll be able to find this guy, because he will be posted on all 3 of my social medias for there. Those links should be in the description, but if I didn't remember to put them, then please tell me so that I may put those links in the description. The tail, the most flame-looking part. And the part right before we go into coloring, I believe, I wanted it to be reminiscent of Charizard's tail, so I tried to make it look like a flame the most. Hopefully that works, but who knows, maybe it doesn't look like a flame at all. The fins parts, the membrane, I don't know. That part is the flame looking part, to me at least. Maybe it just looks wiggly and wobbly, I don't know. And after that, I believe, is the last part, we go into coloring. So I started with a blue, and I really liked how that blue looked, so I went with that one. Even if it's not completely accurate to Gyarados, I think it works because of the contrast in the colors between blue and orange. So the main body is this blue right here. I also needed a darker blue for some other bits, and you'll be able to tell that this blue is the one I settled on. I also put in a place that wasn't completely shut, so I had to color in a bit before I could fill it in. I then filled in some other areas that was going to be that color, then went to a lighter blue and did those areas, mostly the fins, or membranes rather, on the fingers, the toes, and was there anywhere else? I don't think so. So then we went back to the eyes, and I gave them a bright red so that they would be one of the first things you might see and notice in this design, you know, besides it being a sea serpent looking thing. Next is that orange I was talking about, and after that, that should be the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and keep an eye out for this guy. Last is the mouth. Okay, bye everyone.